Hello, let's do some yoga. And today it's level 3, alignment based, vinyasa, but I'm really feeling like we should do some power yoga. And the main reason is it's challenging at times to get back into the body, and the effects of yoga don't really happen until after the class is over. So let's feel it out. Let's get straight into the practice. Let's work hard and see what happens. So that when at the end of practice we have a really long and nice shavasana, we'll feel great. Okay, so let's start. You may need 2 blocks and a blanket nearby. We'll see. Okay, so let's do it. As you come onto your mat, we'll start in the standing position right at the front of the mat with your big toes touching. Ground your heels. Roll your shoulders down your back and then just close your eyes. In the position of having the big toes touching, you can already start to notice that the balance is a little off. You seem to rock forward and back and side to side. And just notice your balance. And then relax your body just a bit. So you soften the muscles. And allow your feet to stick to the mat, adhere to the mat from the ground. Lift the inner arches of your feet up and then zip up the very base of your belly from the pubic bone all the way up to the belly button. So just that energy of zipping up through the very center of the body helps to settle everything into position. As you have your shoulders down your back, you can gaze forward and now open your eyes. Gazing out at something that is not moving, maybe a piece of architecture on the wall or a knot in the knotty wood. And now come into your breath. You can add a soft constriction to the back of your throat. The breath is Ujjayi Pranayam, and it's a way for us to build steadiness, warmth, and commitment into the practice. This will feel similar to some of the classic yoga practices that we've done in the past, with a little bit of fun and flair. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head, stretch up, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway up, roll your shoulders onto your back, peek forward. Exhale, step to plank pose, top of a push-up. Inhale, hold. Hug the eyes of the elbows in and forward. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Press the tops of your feet down to the mat, especially your pinky toes. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, big cobra. Exhale down. We're following the breath, every movement. Inhale, lift your chest, draw your shoulders down your back. Exhale. Third, inhale, shoulders back, lift your chest. Exhale. Curl your toes under, lift your knees, tone your belly, and turn your tailbone down. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, push up, strong hands. Take an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. And pedal your heels down. Bend one knee and then the other, and just rock your hips side to side. You can shake out your head, yes and no. Thinking about strength from the outside in. And at the end of the practice, we'll switch that to strength from the inside out. Inhale, forward plank pose. So you're just building it, working on it. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. 2 times. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift your chest. Exhale down. Inhale, shoulders back, cobra, lift, huge cobras, big back bends. Exhale down. Curl your toes under, tailbone down, pull your belly in, breathe. Exhale, push up. Inhale, breath. Down dog, exhale. And pedal your heels down to the mat, rock your hips side to side. And getting into the fingers, the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders. Big toes touch. Inhale, plank. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, huge cobra. Exhale, down. Curl your toes under, breathe in. Exhale, push up. Inhale, breath. Down dog. Okay, so from downward facing dog, bring your big toes together. Widen your knees out to the sides and bend and straighten your legs a few times. Keep the arms straight and the arms in line with the waistline so that this feels like a really good stretch throughout your back and all the way down to the center of your heels. Look up to your hands, exhale, step your feet to the front. Widen your feet out to hip bone distance apart. You can point the toes forward in this position, but then bend the knees just a little bit, grab opposite elbows. Take deep breaths. Let your head hang completely so that you feel a relaxation all the way down through the center of your spine towards the back of your neck. And let your head drop even more. Nice passive stretch for the backs of the legs. And then release your hands down. And bring your big toes together. Heels can be slightly apart. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees. Reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, swing your arms back. Interlace your fingers. Stretch up through the wrists and fold. Okay, let's do that. Inhale, bend your knees. Chair pose. Zip your belly in. Exhale, airplane your arms back. Reach your knuckles up over your head and fold. One more. Inhale, bend your knees. Pull the belly in, gaze down. Exhale, straight legs. Interlace your fingers. Reach your arms up over your head. Inhale, chair pose. Reach your arms up. Whoop. Exhale, fold forward. Go all the way down. Lift halfway up. Inhale. Plank pose. Step back. Shift forward and plank. Look up towards the front of your mat. Exhale, chaturanga down, and then push back up. 3, chaturanga, push back up. Pull the belly in. Chaturanga, push back up, downward facing dog. Okay, breath is a little bit heavier. Step down through your left foot. Reach your right leg up. Bend your knees, stack your hip, and look to the right, so that you're creating this huge side bend. Press your left heel down. Keep reaching your right knee up and now crawl. Your left hand forward. Lower your left elbow down to the mat. Crawl your right fingertips forward. Straighten your right arm and lift, lift, lift your right knee. Press into both hands, look up to the front of your mat. Exhale, half pigeon, right knee to the back of your right wrist. Lower your left knee down, fingertips to the mat, lift your chest and lean back. This is an active pigeon pose, so push down through the front of your right foot as you draw your right hip back. Exhale, hands down to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Okay, that should feel so good. Nice early pigeon, something we don't do very often. Lift your left leg high. Bend your knees, stack your hip. Look to the left. Find a big arc in your back so that you can feel the stretch through the front of your left hip. Wiggle your fingertips forward just a little bit. Bend your right elbow and lower your right elbow down. Keep your left arm straight and lift your left knee higher, look left. Activate your right leg, draw your right hip back, right heel down for 3, 2, and then press your hands down flat to the mat. Look forward, exhale, half pigeon. Put your knee down behind your left wrist, lower your right knee down and lift your chest, lean back. So big open. This is not a collapsing pigeon, really strong. Squeeze your inner thighs and draw your left hip back. Exhale, your hands down, downward facing dog, step back. Bring your big toes to touch, look up to your hands. Exhale, widen your knees out to the sides. Take an inhale, breath, and straighten your legs, and just do that a few times. And then keep looking up to your hands. Exhale, bend your knees, and step forward or hop to the front of your mat. Lift your chest halfway up, and exhale, fold. Chair pose, bend your knees, please. Reach your arms up over your head, gaze down. Deepen your breath. You can touch the hands together, cross at the thumbs, and reach out through your fingertips. At the same time, squeeze your inner knees, draw your shoulders down your back, and pull your belly in. So you feel a sense of midline all the way from the arches to the fingertips. Exhale, hands to heart. Huge breath in. Left elbow hooks to the outer edge of the right thigh. Press your palms, gaze to the right. Lower your left hand down, reach your right hand up to the sky, twisting deep. Exhale, lower your hands down and fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold again. Bend your knees, deep chair pose. Reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Taking it slow, breathe in. Twist right elbow to outer edge of left thigh. Press your palms, gaze left. Draw your right hip back, reach your left hand up to the sky, gaze up. Take a breath in. Exhale, fold forward, go all the way down. Lift halfway up, inhale, breath. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back to plank pose. Gaze forward, grip your fingers deep. So here, we're doing these little plank pikes. Exhale, come onto your tippy toes, gaze back at your toes, pull the belly in. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, pull the belly in, round your upper back. Inhale, gaze forward. Last one. Exhale, pull the belly in, round your upper back, come onto tippy toes. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale, breath. Downward facing dog, out breath. Reach your right leg high, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, round your back. Inhale, extend your leg back behind you, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, lengthen back. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, look to the left, kick your leg out to the side. Lower your left heel down, reach your left arm up and pike your hips as high as they'll go. Bend your left elbow, bend your right knee, lean back. You can roll out your neck. Stay active in your feet. Reach your left arm up over your head. Exhale, lower your hand down. Okay, stay with me. Look forward, lower your right hip down. Walk your hands to the right, curl your left toes under, twist to the right. Keep your left leg straight out to the side. Press your left heel back. Lower down to your forearms. Lift your chest forward to the right. Getting deep into the lower back. Inhale, press into your hands, sit up. Face the back, left corner of your mat. Fingertips behind you, lift your chest up. Exhale, hinge forward, lower down to your forearms. Guide your chest forward with your breath. Exhale, wide elbows, fold a little bit deeper. Good, one more. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, fold. And press your hands down. Inhale, lift up. You're moving on to your left toes. Walk your hands around to the right. Curl your left toes under. Lift your hips. Keep your outer right foot down onto the mat. Pull your belly in. Pull your knee in. Downward facing dog. And rock your hips from side to side. Lift your left leg high. Inhale, breath. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend your leg back. Exhale, left knee to elbow. Inhale, press back. Left knee to right elbow. Look out to the side, kick your leg out. Reach your right hand straight up. Press into the pinky edge of your left foot. Lift your hips. Bend your left knee, lean back, cactus your right arm, and open up. Stay in the pose, strong in the left arm. Move through your head, opening your neck. Reach your right arm back up, and exhale, lower your hand down. Straighten your legs, look forward, up to the front of the mat. Left leg out to the right. Curl your left toes under. Walk your hands over to the right. Lower down, over to the left. Lower your forearms down. And press your right heel back, but lift your chest in opposition to the left. Huge twist for the low back. Active hands, active breath. Press your right heel back. And then lower your hands down deep. Press your chest up. Turn, face the wide back right corner. Fingertips behind you, lift your chest, lean back. And then exhale, hinge at your waist and fold down. Wide elbows. Forehead towards the mat. And maybe thinking about chest to the mat. 2 more. Using the breath to take you deeper with each round. Press into your hands, lift your chest up. We're turning to the left, curl your right toes under. Lower your hands down and lift your hips. Keep pressing the hands down deep. Downward facing dog. And bring your big toes to touch. Look up to your hands. Take an inhale breath. Wide knees. Exhale. Hop to the front of your mat. Lift your chest halfway up. Exhale. Fold forward. Really deep fold. Come onto your tippy toes. You can squat down, bend your knees, and as you come onto your tippy toes, lift your chest. So now the thighs are parallel with the mat. Squeeze your inner knees together, hands to heart. Okay, so finding your balance. And draw your shoulders down your back. You should feel a scooping in and up. So it's like the ribs come closer together and the lower back gets longer as the arches lift higher. So you can see me in this position. I'm kind of releasing into the pose. Here, I'm coming in and out of it. I'm more activated for 5 breaths. pressing down into your toes. 2. And 1. Same position of the feet, but wide knees. Take your arms straight out in front of you. There's a diamond position in the heels come together. Reach your arms out. Press your buttocks back. This stretch is amazing for the outer hips, all the way into the middle of the rib cage. Lower your head for 3, 2, and 1. Now maybe even deeper, you can lower your heels down to the mat with your knees wide. This will get up into your upper back. Lower your forearms down for 3, 2, 1. Hands flat to the mat. Knees to armpits. Look forward. Crow pose. Rock into your hands. Round your back for 3. Look forward. 2. And take a big inhale breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Shoot back. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Okay, so we're about 20-ish minutes into the practice, and with that last pose, you should feel pretty awake. Reach your right leg high. Step your foot forward in between your hands. Lower your left knee down. Lift your chest. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Flex your foot. Right arm out to the side. Take your left hand over. Grab the pinky edge of your foot. Bend your left elbow. Look forward at your toes. Inhale, bend your right knee. Reach your arms up over your head. Stretch up. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step into your right foot, standing split, flex. Press your hands down flat to the mat. Bend your right knee. Lift your right heel up. Keep your arms straight. Draw your shoulders down your back. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, right heel to butt, kick up. Chaturanga Dandasana. Lift your chest, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. So good. Lift your left leg high. Exhale, step your foot forward between your hands, lower your right knee down. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead, stretch high. Exhale, lower your hands down to the mat, straighten your left leg, flex your foot. Right hand grabs the pinky edge of your foot, look forward. Exhale, bend your right elbow and fold. Pull your left hip back. Find strength within this movement. And pulling the strength into the body. Look forward, bend your front knee. Step into your left foot, standing split, lift your right leg high. Parallel through the hips, strong legs. Hands down, flat to the mat. In this position, come up onto your left tippy toes. Keep looking forward the whole time. Put a bend in your left knee, right leg, stay straight, kick up. Whoop. Do it again. There we go. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your big toes together, wide knees, look forward. Exhale, hop. Front of the mat, lift your chest halfway up. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, inhale, bend your knees, reach your arms up over your head and sink down. Okay, so put the weight into your right foot, bring your hands to your heart, lift your left knee up and cross your left ankle over top of your right knee, sit back. Then the left buttocks is a little bit lower. So that happens at first because of the seat, but now lift your left hip and come out of it. Bend your right knee deeper and sit into the pose. You should feel that your lower back is a little bit more aligned. Exhale, fold your chest down to your inner ankle. Take both elbows inside of the left toes, hands down flat to the mat. We're not exactly going into the arm balance yet. Exhale, fold forward and straighten your right leg. Try to lift your left hip a little bit more to get more out of it. hands flat to the mat, right knee to chest, and then stretch your left leg, knee to chest. Stretch your left leg back behind you. Lower your left heel down. Inhale, warrior two pose. Bend your right knee and sink down deep. Widen your right knee, open to the right side of the mat. As you sink into the pose, reach your right arm forward, reverse your warrior, lean back. Look down at your left foot. Left hand to your hip or down your thigh. Exhale, extended side angle. Take your right hand and wrap it around the front of your ankle. Reach your left hand up to the sky. And draw your shoulders onto your back, gaze up. Squeeze your heels tight towards one another. Gaze down. Warrior two pose. Keep the deep bend in the knee. It's hard. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Down dog, step back. And bring your big toes close, wide knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop your feet up to your hands. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold. You should be feeling pretty nice and loose. Bend your knees, sink down chair pose. Getting into your body, hands to your heart. Move your weight into your left foot. Pick your right knee up. Cross your ankle over top of your knee, sit back. Notice how the right butt drops. Try to lift it and sink down into the pose just a little bit further. Then fold, chest to ankle. Take your left elbow to the inside of your right foot. Straighten your left leg and fold. Bend your left knee, look forward, hug your right knee to your chest, and then stretch it back behind you. Lower your right heel down, warrior two pose. Inhale, come up. Extend through your arms, bend your left knee deep. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior, arc back. You're lifting up and out of the hip crease. Squeeze your heels together, extended side angle. Hold on to the front of your ankle. Bend your left knee deep and turn your right arm straight up to the sky. Reach up, hip up. You got it. Keep the depth. Gaze down, warrior two pose. Feeling the strength in your legs. Squeeze your heels in. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Down dog, step back. And bring your big toes together. Inhale, wide knees. Exhale, step or hop, feet to your hands. Lift halfway up, big toes touch. And exhale, fold forward. So just check it out. Grab the backs of your elbows or the backs of your arms behind your calf muscles. Grab opposite elbows, fold deep. Nose to shins. Release your hands down to the mat. Lift your chest halfway up, straight legs. Exhale, bend your knees and sink down. Okay, so now the hips are down on the heels again. Point your knees forward. Draw your shoulders onto your back, hands at your heart, just balance. Squeeze your knees together and scoop the front of your belly in and up. This one gets a little tricky. So as we tip forward, just about 45 degrees, we're gonna lift up halfway. So using the strength of the legs, push your right heel flat, extend your left leg forward. Reach and grab onto your foot. You can interlace your fingers, keep the right knee bent and tone your low belly. Pull your chest towards your thigh and maybe nose to your shin bone. Good, step back, left leg. Lower your left knee down and lift your chest forward. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Good job. Take your right hand out to the right side, left hand over to the pinky edge of your foot. Bend your left elbow and fold. Bend your right knee deep. Widen your right knee out to the right side, lower to your forearms. Rock your right knee wide by rolling onto the pinky edge of your foot. And keep your chest moving forward throughout this pose. And just breathing deep, feeling the strength in your body. Okay, maybe stay low. Turn your left forearm out to the left so it points in the direction of left. That keeps the shoulder open. Right hand to the inside of your right knee and twist. Turn, gaze up, look to the right. Okay, a little deeper. Reach your right arm up and back. Grab the pinky edge of your left foot. Flare your toes. Open your chest. Lean back. 3. Left ear down to your left shoulder. And 1. Release your left foot down. Right hand down to the mat. Hands flat. Downward facing dog. Step back. So checking out these moments of stillness, moments of breath, and then really rich moments of strength. Wide knees. Inhale. Exhale. Hop to the front of your mat. Lift halfway up. Exhale. Fold forward. Bend your knees. Lift your heels. Come onto your tippy toes. Hands to heart. Okay, so we're resetting. As we're sinking in, the left knee stays kind of in the shape of chair pose the whole time that we're doing a pistol style squat. Lift up halfway, firm your legs. Lower your left heel down. So there's the shape of the left leg. Extend your right leg straight out in front of you. Clasp your fingers around it. Now gaze forward. Feeling the work in the thigh, protecting your knee. Lower your forehead down to your right shin. Release your legs, swing it back, hands to the mat. Step back all the way, right knee down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, straighten your left leg, left hand out to the side. Reach with your right hand, bend your right elbow and fold. Nose to shin bone. Good, bend your left knee, look forward, walk your foot over to the left side, elbows down onto the mat. Roll to the pinky edge of your left foot and rock, side to side, chest forward. Keeping your chest forward will keep you deeper into the hips and less in the back muscles. We don't need that for this pose. Widen your right elbow out to the right, so it's at a 45-ish degree angle. Take your left hand to the inside of your left knee and give it a press. Away, twist, look up. Bend your back knee, reach back with your left hand, grab the pinky edge of your foot and then flare your toes. That's where you immediately get into the front of the quadriceps. Now turn your chest open and gaze up. Hang your right ear down to your right shoulder and move through the sides of the neck. You got it. Lower your hands down to the mat. Release your right foot. Curl your back toes under and exhale up, downward facing dog. Bring your big toes close. Widen your knees all the way out to the sides, child's pose. Push back onto your heels. Go down to your forearms in child's pose, so you're in the Sphinx position. Grip your fingers, drag the center of your chest forward. Exhale, round your back, forehead down, tailbone to heels. 2 more times. Inhale, drag your chest forward. So you're gripping with your fingers and using the Hasta Bandha, center of the hand. Exhale, round your back. Curl your belly in. Last one, inhale, breath. Lift your chest forward and lengthen. Exhale, round your back, heels and buttocks connected. Press into your hands, tabletop pose. Curl your toes under. Inhale, lift your chest forward, so that will release the back more. Exhale, round, curl all the way in. Inhale, lift your chest forward and hold. Okay, so let's do something a little different. Right knee to the center, extend your left leg out to the side, flex your foot. Firm your left thigh and now press your hips back. We're working the inner thigh line a lot, so as you press your hips back, just tone your belly. You can go down to your forearms a little bit deeper, or even down to the top of your right foot, and that will be even deeper for the left leg. And press into your hands, come back up. Left knee in, switch. Take your right leg out to the side, press the pinky edge of your foot down, and then just ease yourself into it. So a couple times back, maybe forearms down, top of the left foot down, and then a big long stretch for the inner thigh and the outer right ankle. And keep your right leg activated, all of the muscles hugging to the bones. Okay, press into your hands, come up, right knee in, curl your toes under, downward facing dog. That's a prep for the next pose. Reach your right leg high, step your right foot forward in between your hands, lower your back heel down, warrior two pose, come up, and then just settle into a quick warrior two. After a quick warrior two, straighten your leg, heel toe your back left foot forward a little. Draw your right hip back. Make sure there's a softening in your right knee, so it's not totally locked out, but rather the calf muscle is more engaged. Reach your right arm forward, right hand down to the front of your shin bone, left arm to the sky, turn. Triangle pose. Draw your right shoulder back and open your chest. There's an activation when you press the front of the right shin into your right hand and pull your right hip back at the same time. That's the magic of the pose. Good, look down, keep the legs active and firm. Inhale, come up, bend your knee now, warrior two pose. Straighten your right leg, turn to the left, heels wide, toes in, hands to your hips, lift your chest, lean back, drop your hands, interlace your fingers. Open through the front of your chest. Exhale, hinge at the waist, fold forward, knuckles all the way over the head. Release your hands down underneath of your shoulders, straight arms. Exhale, turn your right toes up and bend your left knee really deep. So that as you sink into the pose, you can take your left elbow to the inside of your left leg and reach your right arm up. Left and right are eluding me today. Lower your right hand down to the mat, bend your right knee, crawl back to the front, lunge position. Downward facing dog, exhale, step back. And then just bend one knee and the other. And take your time. Align your downward facing dog, hug the eyes of the elbows in. Press into your hands deeply. Put a bend into your knees and lengthen your low back up. Pull your belly in. Feel longer and stronger through the midline of your body. So good. Extend your left leg up behind you. Exhale, step your foot forward in between your hands. Lower your back heel down. Inhale, come all the way up, warrior two pose. Sink into warrior two, just for a second. And then straighten your left leg, heel toe your right foot forward. So both knees could hyperextend, so you want to reverse that. Put a bend into your left knee, soft. Activate your hip, pull it down and back. Reach your left arm forward, lower your left hand down to your shin, and then extend right arm straight up to the sky. Squeeze your shoulders onto your back, hug your heels in, hug the base of your pelvis in to create length through the chest, length through the right arm. You got it. Push your shin into your hand and now look down. Bend your front knee or come up. Bend your left knee, sink into warrior two. You can wiggle your right foot back. Good, straighten your leg. Reach your arms up over your head. Turn your toes in. Heels wide, legs firm. Cactus your arms and lean back. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, fold forward. Stretch your arms straight out in front of you. And now with straight legs, push your buttocks back. Hang your ears in line with your biceps. Grip your fingers and crawl them further forward. Then reverse the action in the shoulders by pulling your shoulders down your back and softening your chest. You should feel longer in your armpits. Longer and more spacious in your rib cage. And then by the third breath, a lot longer in your low back. Walk your hands underneath of you, lift your chest halfway up. Bend your right knee deep, turn your left toes up to the sky. Right elbow in front of the right shin. Twist your left hand open to the sky. You got it. Lower your hand down to the mat. Lift your hips and crawl. Hands to the front of the mat. Look forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, step back. Bring your big toes to touch. Gaze up to your hands. Inhale, breath. Exhale, hop to the front of your mat. Lift halfway up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees and have a seat. When you come down to your mat, stretch your legs straight out in front of you. Point your feet. Zip your legs together. Hands behind you. Fingertips point forward. Drag your shoulders onto your back. So you poof the chest up as high as you can. You can keep a bend in the elbows here. That's totally fine. Or arms straight is a little bit more optimal for the expansion of the heart. So you see how you can get even more out of it. Press down into your feet. Lift your hips. And drop your head back. Lower your hips down. But as the hips lower down, push your chest up again and pull your chin to your chest. Good. Press into your fingers and come up. Bend your right knee, cross your right leg over top of your left. Left elbow to the right thigh. Flex your left foot. Take your right hand behind you, twist and turn, length into your low back. Look up to the front. Lower your left hand down to the ground behind you. Roll to the pinky edge of your left foot. Modified side plank. Reach your right arm up over your head and now lift your hips even higher. Okay, you can stay just like this or piece fingers to your right big toe. Pull your right knee up towards your chest and extend your right leg, woo, straight up to the sky. Exhale, release, right foot back down where we started, and then lower your hips down to the ground, look forward and sit up. Interlace your fingers at the front of your right shin, draw your shoulders onto your back and lift your chest. So good. Bring your right foot to the inside of your left leg. Janu Shirshasana. Reach your right arm up. Twist to the left. Grab the outer edge of your foot. Bend your right elbow and lower your elbow down to touch the mat. Fold your nose to your shin. Take your left arm over, grab the inside of your foot, bend both elbows down. to touch the mat. Fold deep. So good. Inhale, look forward and come up. Okay, so from Janu Sirsasana, take your right heel to the front of your left hip. Like that. Flex through your toes, roll onto your right hip, and bend your left knee. So we're in this very tight little bound position. Lean forward, over top of your leg. Reach your left arm forward, bind your left hand behind you. Fold your forehead down, clasp your right hand to your left for 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands, inhale, come up. Stretch your left leg out in front of you, switch. Right leg out in front of you, switch. Left leg over top. Interlace your fingers. Draw your shoulders onto your back. Keep your right leg flexed. Hook your right elbow to your left thigh and left hand behind you, twist. Stay tall. Point your left fingers to the back of the room so that you're open through your ribs, open through your chest. Good. Look forward, up to the front. Take your right hand behind you. Roll to the pinky edge of your right foot. Lift your left arm up over your head. Push your left foot down into the ground, side plank. Then bend at your knee. With your peace fingers, grab your left toes and pull your knee up towards your chest. Extend your left leg straight up to the sky. Open up. 3. Strong arms. Good. Lower your foot back down. Look forward and come down to your hips. Interlace your fingers at the front of your left knee. Draw your shoulders back. Good stuff. Take your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Reach your left arm up. Twist to the right. Exhale. Grab the pinky edge of your foot. Bend your elbow down to the mat and fold. Reach. Right hand grabs the inside of the right foot. Elbows pull down and fold. Deep breaths. Look forward, inhale, come up. Left foot, heel, up to the front of your right hip crease, and then floint your foot. So when you floint your foot, you activate the foot and you bypass the ankle so that you don't injure the knee, rather you feel this into the hip and the steadiness of the arch. Bend your right knee, right foot to the mat. Lean to the left. Reach your right arm up. You can see it better in this on this side. Reach forward, fold, forehead down. Take your right arm in front of your shin and behind you. Clasp fingers, forehead down, fold and breathe. That one feels so good. Inhale, look forward. Hands down to the mat. Come up. Wide legs. Take your legs out to the sides. So good. For today's class, we worked really hard into a lot of different angles. You can rotate your thighs in so you move the flesh of your buttocks out. Fingers behind you. Lift your chest. Chin down. Hands in front to go deeper. Elbows down to the mat and start to fold forward. Let this be yours. With every exhale breath, you can widen your elbows and soften your chest down towards the mat. And finding halfway through the exhale breath, just a little bit of comfort, total relaxation. On your next inhale, come up, walk your hands back, reach, grab the outer edges of your knees, and now tip onto the flesh of your buttocks. Pull your knees wide and your big toes to touch. Your heels can come to touch as well, as we're just in a little butterfly position. Grab hold of your ankles, draw your shoulders back, and lift your chest up. Get really long. Exhale, fold. As you fold, think chest first, and at a point when the chest can go no further, then round through your head, forehead down. Hands down to the mat. Inhale, come up, grab the outer edges of your knees and squeeze them together. Okay, so hold on to the outer edges of your knees. Push your hands into your legs and your legs out into your hands, and now round your back. I love this to neutralize the thighs and the hip flexors. Keep rounding, rounding, rounding as you push your hands into your knees and your knees into your hands. Bring your forehead down towards the middle of your knees for 3. Opening up your back, 2. And 1. Hold your knees. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, lay down onto your back. So we're wrapping up our practice today. You can use some props for Shavasana, which I will. I'm going to put a block under each knee, but not quite yet. Feet down to the mat. As your feet touch the mat, have them at hip bone distance apart. With the feet at hip bone distance apart, lengthen your tailbone underneath of you so that your belly flattens out. Elbows down onto the mat. Press the backs of your triceps down. Fingers point up like a nutcracker. Palms of your hands face in. And now lift your hips. You can wiggle your shoulders together underneath of you. Imagine that you have a ball between your knees and you're trying to squeeze it and pop it. Lift your hips a little bit higher. Tailbone under, back long. And we're just going to do 10 little sets. Lower down. Exhale up. Exhaling through the mouth. Squeezing through the back body. Last one. Go up, hold, knees wide and together. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knees in, push up, hips up, belly in. Exhale, lower down, back flat. Right knee to your chest. Extend your left leg. Good job. Really simple twist. Take your knee over to the left. Extend your right arm. You can even extend your right leg if that feels good for your hip. And then bend your right knee back into your chest, squeeze it in, interlace your fingers around your hamstrings or your ankles, straighten your right leg. Bend at your elbows and lower your head back down. Okay, so here's the deepening. Flex your foot and point it several times. Even rotate your ankle one direction and then the other. Good stuff. Bend your right knee and extend your right leg all the way out in front of you. Reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, switch. Bend your left knee, bring it into your chest. Take your left knee across your body. You can kick it straight. Reach your left arm out to the side. We've been working on bringing the strength into the body. And as practice slows down, now we can think about what we're going to do with it, like how we're going to put it to work in our life. that high level intention. Exhale, pull your knee back into your chest. Crunch up, reach for your ankle, calf muscle, hamstrings, straighten your left leg, and then put a little bend in your elbows and lower your head down. So that's going to deepen it. Point and flex your foot. Rotate your ankle. Amazing. Bend your knee. Pull both knees into your chest, please. Wide knees. Grab the backs of your knees or the outer edges of your feet. Bend at your knees and then just rock around your tailbone. So forward, side, front, back. Bend one leg and straighten the other. Just rocking and rolling into this position. And then squeeze your knees in together, wrap your arms around your shins, pull everything in really tight, forehead to your knees. And go slow, lower your head down, take your legs straight up over your head, flex your feet. You can engage your core and do a little lift. As you lift, toes behind the head. Wiggle your shoulder blades together. Your hands can come to your low back. Make sure you never turn your chin side to side, but keep your chin pointed straight up. Now use the strength of your core, your back muscles, and exhale. Shoulder stand, come all the way up. Hands to your mid-back, toes up. Close your eyes. We are so lucky that we can do this, that we get to be in this pose, and we're going to be here for a period of time. You can cross one ankle in front of the other and keep lifting. Hips, thighs, toes. And feel the legs squeezing together. Switch the cross. Opposite ankle in front, squeezing the midline. Reverse your blood flow. Good, legs together, point your toes up. Widen your knees. Soles of the feet together, hands to your knees. This is a nice one. Straighten your arms. The legs are in the position of a diamond. With the arms straight, the balance is on your shoulders and the back of your head. Even deeper, you can do this position in full lotus. Right heel to the front of your left hip. Left heel to the front of your right hip. And arms straight. Hands to your low back, under the legs. Take them behind you. Lower down onto your back. Palms face down. Big toes touch. Come up onto your elbows. Lift your chest and drop the crown of your head back for 3, just 3. 2, chest up. And 1, engage your core to bring your chin to your chest. Grab your blocks, place them underneath of your knees. Relax your back, open your arms. Namaste. That's the end of practice. I'll see you next time. Take a long Shavasana.